Do you get many of these searches here?
No, not really.
Well, it's not like Barnhurst then. Vera Bennett was in and out of our cells like the cuckoo in a Swiss clock.
What do you reckon it's all about?
I got no idea. Something fishy going on, though.
Reynolds has dumped you, that's what's going on. Not much point having a top dog the governor won't even talk to. What do you think, Collins?
Is that right? Won't she talk to you?
We had a bit of a run-in, that's all. It'll blow over in
Oh,
time.
don't bet on Jimmy's business this time, if you ask me.
I wasn't asking you, Callie.
She told you what caused the bust-up? You ever heard of the freak?
Who hasn't? Makes vinegar tits look like Mary Poppins, what we heard.
He tried to fix her, set her up. Nearly got away with it, too. She was sacked and everything.
What went wrong?
Top dog let someone get away with lagging on us.
Is that right?
If you want to hear the full story, I'll tell you. The point is, we tried.
Well, bad luck it didn't come off. Full marks for trying, though. I think I'd have done the same. But you got a bit of a problem now.
Too right.
What are you going to do when the freak gets back?
I'm working on it. Sure you know what to do?
Yeah, I think so.
Off you go then. Any trouble, you come back and see me.
Okay.
You needn't worry about her. She won't cause any trouble.
Yeah, not if she handles the skip as well as she does cards.
Chucky's a good girl.
Not like some you brought from Barnhurst.
Who did you have in mind?
That one for a start. Going berserk in maternity.
Cut it, Kelly.
Why? Can't she face it?
Nothing to face, Kelly. I wasn't going to hurt the baby.
Oh, sure, and I bet you forgot what you're in here for.
Leave it and get on with your work.
Why should I leave it? She knows what she did.
Nora wouldn't hurt a fly.
Didn't she kill a baby? She killed 3 adults, didn't she?
That was 23 years ago. 23 years ago, you bitch. Got it! Come on, break it up. Got it!
What was that all about?
Nothing serious. It's been sorted out now.
Oh, Willie, I'll fix it for Daffy to see the nurse.
Good.
What's the matter?
She's got a bit of a problem and all the tension of moving to a new prison's upset her a bit. It's nothing serious. She'll be all right.
I don't believe it.
It's got to be a joke.
Got an eye full of this lot.
So, what is it?
You mean Reno didn't ask you permission before she came up with the idea? I told you it was slipping, Desmond.
Oh, it's educational classes and activities.
Dressmaking.
Yeah, they want to make sure you're presentable next time you escape.
Some of them look quite interesting.
Oh, general knowledge quizzes with Crookshank and basic cookery with Merv the Perv.
Yeah, I reckon he gets enough chances to poison us as it is. There's
Yeah,
typing
right.
and shorthand, and there's pottery.
Who asked you, fish face?
First aid.
Yeah. I reckon the top dog deserves first go at giving the freak the kiss of
Cut
love.
it, Kelly, or you'll be needing first aid.
Oh, real tough, Desmond, but...
Hello. Hello, Julie.
Hello. Do you want a seat?
Thank you. What happens now?
Oh, nothing much. We just sort of sit round till tea.
Sounds exciting.
Is it true like they say in the papers? That you know all them famous movie stars?
Well, let's say some, not all.
Who was your favourite?
Oh dear, that's a difficult one.
I suppose you've been to Switzerland on your travels?
Oh yes, I have. We used to try to get there for the season, or for at least a few days. Do you know it?
I went to school there, actually.
Really?
I bet you've been to all the gambling casinos, haven't you?
I have been known to make a bet. Look, is there someone I should talk to, the boss or the top dog, if my memory serves me correctly?
That's me. The name is Myra Desmond. And as an educated lady, you probably know what the word patronising means.
Oh dear, is that what I was being? I certainly didn't intend
Glad to hear it.
I have no desire to upset anyone, particularly as I don't expect to be here for very long.
That's good. Jill, introduce Mrs. Ballinger around, would you?
That thermometer that Graham pinched.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they find it missing, there's bound to be a cell search, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
I reckon we could use it. Get a bit of our own back on. You know who. Here you go, Mrs. Barry. 1 knife and 1 fork, right?
Yeah, that's right. 1 knife, 1 fork.
Right. Oh, Mrs. Barry. Yes, what is it? Well, it's just about the classes. I'm real glad you're keeping up with the tap dancing lessons.
Oh, really? I didn't think you'd be interested.
Will keep us out of trouble, eh?
I suppose you're right. Really going to give it a go, are you?
Think about it. Coming, Kath?
Yeah.
Cheerio, Mrs. Barry. Desmond? What have you got to say about this?
I don't know anything.
How do you account for it being hidden in your mattress?
What? Well, I didn't put it there.
No?
No, I went straight to the rec room.
That's right, Mrs. Reynolds.
I was with her.
Only the two of you. I'm surprised.
Hey, I'm not trying to cover. Can't you see?
You seem to have some idea you're above the law, Desmond, and I will not have it.
Can't you see that this is some sort of frame-up?
Take her to solitary. 24 hours.
Oh, come on.
Come along, Desmond. No arguing. Come on.
Now listen to me. I will not have people lying to me trying to protect anyone. I have always been fair and tried to do the right thing by you, and I expect the same from you. But if this is the way you want it, so be it. Don't expect any leniency from me.
You're in good form tonight.
Yeah, I've got good reason to be. Beauty. Black ball to go and it's all over.
You gonna let me in on the secret?
Secret?
Yeah. How come you're so up when everyone else is down?
Oh, set him up again. Want to risk your money playing the tune?
No, thanks. Cards is my game.
Oh, yeah, you're a real card, all right.
You know what I reckon?
What, dear?
I reckon Kelly set Myra up.
What makes you say that?
Oh, I don't know, just got a feeling, that's all.
I think Lexi's right.
Well, I hope you've got some proof, dear.
May, I was in the cell after dinner and Myra never came near the place. Then later when I came back here, this is where she was. So how could she have got the knife into the cell?
That's right.
And another thing. On my way here, after I left the cell, I passed Kelly and Deacon in the corridor.
Where were they going?
Search me.
Well? Well, what, dear? Well, it's good enough for me, so what are you going to do about it?
I'm not quite sure.
What more do you want?
I said I'm not quite sure.
Oh, you're all a bunch of bloody nerds.
Julie, love, go and get me a cup of tea. There's a good girl.
I'll put it to you this way. There's them that's got it, and there's them that don't.
What do you mean?
Myra's out. She's had it. I'm taking over.
But how? She comes out of solitary tomorrow.
Then I'll fix her again. And I'll keep fixing her until she's out for good.
You mean you planted the knife?
That's it, Einstein. But what I want to know is where you stand. Are you going to back a winner or a loser?
I'll stick with the strength. You.
Smart thinking. Only problem is, I'm going to want some proof that you're really backing me before I start telling you any of my plans.
What do you want me to do?
I'd like a little chat with you, dear.
You buggered up me shot.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Right, ladies. I've got a list here of the classes that you can enrol in.
We'll have that little
Anybody
chat later,
interested?
dear.
Sure.
We've got quite a comprehensive list here. We've got needlework.
Never thought I'd see you again, Marcia. My whole world had collapsed around me. I thought my life was over.
I know, darling, I know. But after the cancer operation, I just couldn't face anyone. My hair had all fallen out. My face... I looked so old.
But it's you I love.
What is
It's
this
you
crap?
I care for.
It's not crap. It's my favourite program. I haven't missed an episode in 3 years. It's called Yesterday, Today and Tomorrow. It's about life and love and the hardships of both.
Oh, get off. It's a load of rubbish.
Shut up! There's not. You see, that's John and Marcia, and they've been separated for months because she had cancer and she thought she was going to die, and she would have died, except this brilliant brain surgeon from Texas came along and saved her life. But by that time, her husband had started playing around with other women because he didn't know how ill she was, and all her hair
I reckon
was
it's
falling out.
garbage.
Don't touch that!
It's Willie's favourite program, so keep your paws off.
She belongs in a loony bin. How do you all do?
Oh, dear, this always happens to me. I need another hanky. Oh, look, they're seriously beautiful.
Here, this one's dry.
Oh, thank you, dear. Oh, that's a lovely hanky. Would you like to trade it for something else?
There you are, dear. Thought we might have that little chat.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I'll come straight to the point. Don't put up with any nonsense, so... This is not really a question, it's a statement. You set Myra Desmond up.
So, just shows you how easy it is to do.
Desmond's lost her touch. She's not in with the governor anymore. Not much of a top dog, eh?
Perhaps not. Perhaps you have proved a point.
I'm bloody sure I have.
Well, what was the reason behind it?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I want to take over as top dog.
Of course you do. And of course you want me and my little group to back you.
That's right.
If, and I say if we do, what then?
I've got a few things in mind.
Such as?
That's for me to know. But we can make quite a few bucks out of these suckers in here.
How?
Never mind. Even though the governor's been pretty tough lately, I can still get dope and things smuggled into this joint.
Can you? Good. Well, what's in it for us?
Well, that depends. You help me get the top dog spot and I'll cut you in for 20%.
Only 20%?
Yeah. I could make it 25, I suppose.
Very generous.
Yeah. Well, what do you reckon?
I reckon it's not enough.
Take it or leave it. I'll be top dog one way or another.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so.
You must think I'm an idiot, dear. What's to stop me and my little group taking over your rackets?
Local knowledge. I've got it, you haven't. And besides, you're too old. You'd be stupid not to throw in with me. Yep, the way I see it, you haven't got any choice.
Oh, but I have, dear. I understand the freak's back tomorrow and I don't like your chances. You've just proved to me how dumb you really are. And I don't back idiots who top dog. If I back anyone, it'll be Desmond, not you. Oh, and another thing, dear. Don't underestimate me because I'm a wee bit old. You could be in for a very nasty surprise.
But I find politics boring at the best of times. So you won't help me? No. It's menial power play. Was there anything else? Well, I can only say no. Yeah, well, look, I know you're not going to be inside for long. I mean, they're going to drop the charge against you. Or someone will organise an escape. You do have a vivid imagination. Go on. Well, I just figured I could be of some use to you. I mean, if you had to escape, for instance. Nothing that drastic will happen. You never know. I broke out of here once. But I didn't have the connections to get out of the country. Now you have. I just figured I could be of some use to you and your old man if you... His name is Mr. Ballinger, and I will not have him referred to as my old man. Do you understand? People have disappeared without a trace for much less. Don't you even think about it. Cigarette? Yeah, thanks. Let me make one point quite clear. I don't make deals, I don't need to. I don't need any help either inside or outside. However, if I should decide to make use of your services and talents, I'll be the one to decide how and when. Understood? What do you want?
Just a chat.
Yeah, well, you had your chance last night and you said you weren't interested.
That's right.
So what? You changed your mind?
No.
Then get out of here.
You see, dear, knitting's more than just a hobby with me. It helps me get through the day. It releases my tensions, that sort of thing. And I like making things for other people.
So? What's it got to do with me?
I don't like what you did to my cell.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it.
You're evidently more stupid than I thought you were.
Oh, don't give me any crap and get out of me while I'm going to breakfast.
Oh, no, you're not. You're going back to my cell and you're going to untangle that mess you made and roll all that wool into nice, neat, tidy little balls.
Go to hell!
I also warned you, dear, not to underestimate me because I was a wee bit old. Now, when I come back from breakfast, all that wool will be neat and tidy, won't it, dear? I'm sorry I had to do that, dear. Have a nice day.
What do you want?
Just a chat.
Yeah, well, you had your chance last night and you said you weren't interested.
That's right.
So what? You changed your mind?
No.
Then get out of here.
You see, dear, knitting's more than just a hobby with me. It helps me get through the day. It releases my tensions, that sort of thing. And I like making things for other people.
So? What's it got to do with me?
I don't like what you did to my cell.
Well, there's nothing you can do about it.
You're evidently more stupid than I thought you were.
Oh, don't give me any crap and get out of me while I'm going to breakfast.
Oh, no, you're not. You're going back to my cell and you're going to untangle that mess you made and roll all that wool into nice, neat, tidy little balls.
Go to hell!
I also warned you, dear, not to underestimate me because I was a wee bit old. Now, when I come back from breakfast, all that wool will be neat and tidy, won't it, dear? I'm sorry I had to do that, dear. Have a nice day.
Something wrong?
Oh, no. Just a bit hot in here, that's all.
You darn her Sheilas really aren't used to work, are you?
You sick or something?
No.
Been acting a bit funny. I mean, you don't front for breakfast and you've hardly opened your yap since muster.
Lou was doing a little chore for me, weren't she, dear? She wasn't hungry. What's that, dear? Speak up.
Nothing.
Well, it's all right then. Oh, my, aren't we all gloomy?
Yeah, well, there ain't much to be cheery about.
Oh, you miss Myra, don't you, dear?
Well, none of my mates are here anymore.
Well, never mind. Myra will be out of the pound tonight and everything will be fine.
Of course it will. Here, look, I've just remembered. I've got a brand new pack of cards in my room. Now, perhaps you could find something you might like to trade for them.
Gee, thanks.
Chin up, kid. We're friendly once you get to know us.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's the ticket. Would you like me to knit you a nice little cardie? I think red's your colour.
Oh, yeah. Gee, thanks. I'd love it.
Good, that's done then. Well, why we all stop work? Come on, hop to it. Thank you, dear. She's getting worse.
I know.
I'll have to keep an eye on her.
Geez, you should see all the gear Ruth's got in her room, colour tally and all.
Really?
I'm just going to the loo, Auntie May.
Okay, love.
Not again. What's the matter with you? You've got a Japanese bladder or something. It's a...
Organised crime.
Where do you think you're going?
To the toilet.
What's your name?
Nora Flynn.
Right, Flynn. Any longer than 5 minutes, you'll be on a charge. Well, what have we got here? Patterson and Kelly. It's nice to see you both. I am Miss Ferguson. Names?
May Collins.
Willie Beecham. Name?
Me?
That's who I'm looking at.
Daphne Graham.
You over there. I said you, don't try and hide. What's your name?
Her name's Julie Egbert.
Oh, and does she have a tongue?
Yes?
Get out of my way.
She's just a kid. She's terrified. Give her a break.
I said get out of my way.
Brody, Young,
Yes, please. Thanks.
and Price. And here's the bet.
I'll have that.
And I've got a postcard here from Etty Parslow. Well, I take it you all know of it.
Do we ever? The scourge of Barnhurst.
Well, she says she hopes you all like her present. And she says she loves you all and misses you. Anyway, I'll leave it for you to read. How much is only, I hope?
Oh, of course. No one's got any money in here. It's against the rules.
And don't you forget it.
Oh, dear. Yeah, 5-card stud, right?
Yeah, right. What happened to your photographic memory?
Hey, cop this. Big front page article about Ruth Ballinger's arrest and her husband's attitude.
Here, I'll trade you 2 cigarettes for the paper.
Why not? Dumb deal. Not my paper anyhow.
Do you see what I mean? There's always someone around ready to take advantage of my good nature. Really, I'd hardly call knowing the botanic appellation of the geranium going forest.
You want to watch it digging around in there. You might find more than you bargained on.
What?
Time to time round here, people don't toe the line, have accidents. What's left of them has to get put somewhere. All makes for good fertiliser, though, eh? You want to watch what I tell you? Well, you might wind up in there yourself.
You club-footed ass! Are you looking for more trouble?
Oh, I'm real sorry. Shouldn't leave your weeds lying around where people can walk on them. Bugger. He's not used to crowds. Have a nice little holiday.
I had time to think. Came up with a few ideas.
Why don't you tell us about them?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, you're all mouth, Desmond, and everyone here knows it.
I said not yet, Kelly. But when the time comes, don't worry. You'll be the first to know.
Long time till Christmas, too.
Well, Kelly.
What?
Oh, I just wondered where you got to. Haven't seen much of you since I came back.
Yeah, I missed you too.
Get rid of that.
What?
The cigarette, get rid of it. I don't like people smoking when I'm talking to them.
I'm on a break. I can smoke if I want it.
Happy? You know, Kelly, had time lately to reflect on a few things. Like some of the things that Sister Selby used to say about good and evil. It all gets back to what I've always thought. Some people who are just born with nothing good about them, and they never change. Like you and Desmond. Now, you must have wanted to get rid of me real bad to risk a frame-up like that. Must have. Yeah, well, it didn't work, did it? And now your life is going to get very rough.
Yeah? You lay one finger on me and I'll scream blue murder. They'll come down on you like a ton of bricks. They want you gone as bad as we do.
Is that right? Well, we'll just see, won't we?
Oh, it's all right. Come in. Miss Ferguson was just throwing her weight around. She hasn't found out yet. There's been a few changes since she went away. Nowadays, I got me some backup.
You know, if I were you three, I'd stop trying to play with the grown-ups and get back to work. While you still can.
Should he be back with the skip, though, now?
Someone probably said hello to her and she fainted.
I told her to take her time. Seems to me she needs to move around her own a bit more. Build up a bit of confidence.
Oh, that'd be right. Real tough bunch of friends you got these days, Desmond. You need muscle to stay on top, and I'm the one that's got it now. Even the freak's not game to take me on.
I wouldn't bet your life savings on that.
Nora, love, you don't look well.
I'm all right. Just a bit lightheaded.
Listen, go over to the infirmary. Make them give you something.
I'm all right. I'll just have a rest for a sec.
You look awfully pale to me.
Well, one of these days I'm going to come in here and actually find someone working. Now get on with it.
Flynn is sick. She shouldn't be here.
I said get on with it. If this work isn't finished today, you'll all be on a charge for slacking.
Oh, come on. We've got an extra load to get through. What's the matter with the morning?
Because we're doing things by the book these days, Desmond. Or didn't anyone tell you? Then why bother telling you anything? Looks as though you're not going to be top dog for much longer. The way the competition's shaping up.
Catch her!
Oh, Lord, she's so Nora.
Come on, Flem, stop playing games.
She's not. Have a look at her. Now, she's got to get to the infirmary. Isn't that what your book says?
Right, take her. But don't think any of you are getting away with anything.
Food, or just being there in the city itself. But there's something about having breakfast in Paris, even if it's just croissant and coffee, there's pure magic.
What and coffee?
Croissant. You know, those little buns that you bake fresh for breakfast?
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't you just love fresh bread? You know, when I was growing up, we lived down the road from a bakery, and I'd go mad some nights when the wind was blowing our way.
Hey, yeah, I know what you mean. We used to live next door to a gym where all these boxers and wrestlers would work out, and the smell of the sweat and the liniment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gee, shut up! Had you really live in Paris?
For a while. But Arnie and I used to fly there in our private jet, just to have a meal in one of our most favourite restaurants.
Your own jet plane?
Well, it was quite small.
Oh, boy, I bet you miss it now, eh?
I don't mind, as long as I can keep in contact with Arnie and some of my closer friends. And the phone makes quite sure of that.
I hardly think they'll let you do that, dear. Phone call's a bit of a luxury in here, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I had to insist on a private phone.
What?
A phone?
In your cell?
Great chance you got. Reckon I can still hear him laughing now.
On the contrary, I expect it to be installed immediately.
You serious?
Yes. Of course, there's quite a bit of resistance at first, but a little pressure in the right areas soon overcame that.
Won't do you any good. They'll be listening into every word you say.
I realise that. I'm not stupid. There are ways of phrasing things so that only the right people can understand what you say.
Wow, secret codes, just like in the movies.
Yes, Nora.
Oh, how are you, love? All right now?
A lot better than all right.
Hey, what happened to you? You look as though you've been paroled or something.
A lot better than that, too. The one thing I've always wanted, more than anything, for the past 20 years. I finally got myself pregnant.
Nora.
Dear, how about we swap one of your Boy George cassettes for us?
Get out? No way. Anyway, what do I want scarves for?
Well, I just hope Nora can manage. It's not easy to raise a child in prison, you know.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's bloody disgusting. Woman of her age getting up the duff. Thought she was supposed to be a nurse or something. Aren't they supposed to know about the pill?
Oh, what's that got to do with it?
You're missing the point, dear. She wanted to get pregnant.
Oh, she must be loopy. Bloody ankle biters, who needs them?
Here, I've got 3 cigarettes left, if you've got anything tradable.
Give us the fags, I'll get Alice to trade you something later.
Merchandise up front, sorry.
Evening, ladies. Been cleaning up. Is anyone interested in some partly used items? Here you are, Lexi. Got such lovely skin. Pity not to look after it properly.
Gee, thanks.
May? Thought you'd like this.
Whoa, Ranch, my goodness, this is worth a fortune.
Daphne, this is made from the finest English rose petals.
Thanks. I've never had perfume before.
It's a present for looking after me for the past few days. Oh, thanks.
If you ever need any help, give us a yell.
Oh, sure, it's awful. Never mind, Willie. Maybe next time. You can have your paper back, though. I don't need it anymore.
I heard you were looking for me.
Yes. Why don't you come in?
Nah. Freak's on the prowl. I'm not copping a charge.
Yes, she does seem to be handing them out today.
Well, what do you want?
To apologise. I shouldn't have hit you the other day. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm missing my husband and I tend to get a bit touchy.
Fair enough.
There is something else I wanted to talk to you about.
What?
Is it safe to talk out here?
Yeah?
Well, would you be interested in doing something for me?
Well, it depends.
It's not going to get you into trouble, and I'll make it worth your while.
Like what?
I want the names of everyone soon to be released, but I only want to know about the young, attractive ones.
Oh, sure. Patterson and Graham don't have long to go in this block. There's quite a few in D block.
Good. Get me a list as soon as you can. You're going to use them as pros or drug running? That's none of your business. What is the situation with drugs in here?
Well, there ain't none. Visitors can sometimes get 'em in. Desmond's got a nose for 'em. No dice as far as she's concerned.
But if the grass came in, would there be a market?
Oh, you bet.
And the hard stuff?
Look, the girls in here are desperate for anything. You get it in and I'll flog it for you. Good. But you've got to get it round Desmond.
But if it's only harmless grass, she can't object, can she?
She will.
Well, I'll have to convince her it's good for the women, won't I?
If you come to borrow a cup of sugar, I'm all out.
I've been told you're asking questions, Kelly. About dope.
Maybe I have, and maybe I haven't.
What's the scam? Not that I can't guess.
I've been doing some research on my thesis, haven't
Don't play me for a fool, Kelly. I'm not in the mood.
You're not in the mood for anything much lately, are you? Except your usual huffing and puffing.
Listen to me. Now, I don't give a damn what you or anyone else thinks about me, but there's going to be no dope in here, and that is final.
Don't give me that crap, Desmond. You're living in the past. Things have changed around here, and you're just not keeping up with the times.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're not giving the girls what they want. That's what. All that bull about copping at Sweden, keeping our noses clean. Anyone would reckon you're working for the department or something.
You know the score with Reno.
I know your score with Reno, and it's a big fat 0. Ballinger's cleaning up around here. You can't even get in the door. Now, what do you reckon the girls are going to think about that, eh?
I'm still top dog. And until the women vote otherwise, no dope.
Yeah? Well, I'll pass the message on to Alice and Kath. But I wouldn't plan on making a big impression. Because the only muscle you got around here is the sound of your own voice.
You're a bloody fool, Kelly. Now, the harder you pull against me, the harder it's going to be for both of us to get the freak off our backs.
Yeah? Well, after what I saw this morning, I reckon she's only interested in you, sport. Best of luck. Those ones with the ticks by their names are the ones you already know, like Patterson and Graham.
Seems thorough enough. You look uncomfortable. Why don't you sit down?
Sure. Not bad. Must be really something sleeping on one of these every night.
It's adequate. Did anyone ask you what the information was for?
Oh, just Desmond. But she's yesterday's news anyway.
What did you say?
Well, I kept my mouth shut. Just like you told me.
Good. This stuff's worth $50 an ounce in Paris.
Thanks.
Something the matter?
Well, don't get me wrong, but it's just that I don't reckon I'm the perfume type, that's all.
So, sell it to someone who is.
Yeah, smart thinking. So what happens now?
That's my business. Just make sure you forget this meeting ever took place.
Look, listen, if you need someone for
If
distribution...
I need you, I'll send for you.
Whatever you say.
I want the rest distributed to the other blocks.
Well, this won't last long.
That's right, so they'll be ready for some more when I hand it out later on, won't they?
Fair enough.
Just make sure they have it outside or after lockup.
Just seems a pity to waste it. Just giving it away.
I don't see you offering to pay for it.
Yeah, but I'm a special case. I work for you.
You're very short-sighted, Lou, my dear. The whole point of this exercise is that it's free at the moment. But we want them begging for more. And when they are, we'll hand out the strong stuff like cocaine, pills, heroin.
Yeah, right.
Of course, the smack must only go to the young girls, the ones who need regular work to support their expensive habit after they're released.
And then they go in the game, right?
Well, it wouldn't be fair to let them be released without a job now, would it? They'd only get into all sorts of trouble. Here's some, but this is the last piece.
Oh, no worries. I don't reckon it'd go down too well with the swill they gave us for lunch anyhow. Oh, I bet he's going.
Good. We don't want the natives to know we're working together, do we? I presume my little packages of heaven are on the way to the needy in the other blocks?
Yeah, sure. And everyone knows not to light them up until they're outside.
Something bothering you?
No, it's just Desmond. If she can mess it up, she will.
You don't think she can stop me, do you?
Not a chance. Desmond's history and she knows it. Now I've got Kath and Alice on side. Well, we can take care of her.
Quite. You worry too much. I've also organised some extra help from, well, let's just say official circles.
You mean a screw?
Never mind. This will take care of Myra for a start.
What are you going to do? Sweeten her up?
Acid. All I have to do is slip one of these and she'll be climbing the walls. I gotta hand it to you. You're a smart lady.
You are off your face, aren't you?
Oh, it's cool, Myra.
Cool be buggered, it's one of the screws didn't get onto you. You smell like the drug squad incinerator.
Don't hassle me.
Oh, how silly you, madam. Look what you've done to this one.
I think I'm going to be sick again. It's not my fault if she can't handle it.
You just a dope.
None of your business.
Callie brought it in, didn't she?
You looking for me?
Was you? You brought it in, didn't you?
Don't know what you're talking about, squarehead.
Don't lie to me, you bitch. You've been questioning the women looking for customers. Me, I'll open your belly. Try it. He's down your throat. Oh. You don't scare me, Desmond. I'm not getting into a blue over something I didn't even do. You've been looking for customers. Maybe I have.
But I got a fat chance selling the stuff when someone else has given it away.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that. Who's going to buy it when they can get it for free?
All right, who's giving it away?
I'll work it out. I bet you got brains you haven't even used yet.
Bellinger.
See? You're not just a pretty... It's on Oahu.
Where's that?
One of the Hawaiian Islands. It's a big plantation-style house. You'd love the garden. It has the most beautiful tropical flowers, and it goes right down to our own private beach.
Oh, wow. Sounds like heaven.
Well, it's a good place to get away to. Daphne, what are you looking so worried about?
Oh, it's just Julie. She's been chucking up all arvo. Nora and Banjo are looking after her, but...
They'll work it out. Myra's the one I'm worrying about. She takes too much of herself.
Yeah, she really takes being top dog seriously. She likes to help everyone. I like people who try to be fair.
Look where it gets her. She's sitting there all over there by herself.
Yeah, she does look a bit lonely.
I've got a good idea. I'm going back to my cell. Why don't you take your coffee and go and try and cheer up?
You don't mind?
No, go ahead. Here, take my coffee. I don't want it and she hasn't got one.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. See ya.
Sure.
Hey, you mind if I join you?
Be my guest.
Thought you might like a cuppa.
Thanks, though.
You okay? You look a bit depressed. Is there anything I can do for you?
No, but thanks for asking.
Hey, maybe you should try having some plants in your cell. They're real good company. You could have one of mine for a while. You could have a holiday in your cell.
Nice idea. I might give it a try. Oh, coffee is as bad as the food. Okay? I've been better. I'm just a bit tired. You would go and have a rest. You look buggered. Yeah, later. Look, I thought you were going to back me up about keeping drugs out of here. That's what I said, and I'll do it if that's what you want. I can't see any harm in a little bit of grass, no? You obviously haven't seen Julie then, have you? She's as sick as a dog. You've got a point, Myra, but not a big point. That kid could get sick on anything. Look, either you back me or you don't. I just want to know where I stand. I don't go back on my word. I say no dope of any kind. That's the way it'll be then. Good. Thanks. Just one thing. If you're going to take the grass off, what are you going to give me in place of it? Their own good, can't they see that? I doubt it. That's what my mum used to say to me when she was shoveling cod liver oil down my throat. You'll have to think of something. If you want to be top dog, you've got to be fair. If you take something away, you've got to give something in return, or the women won't cop it. Take something away, you've got to give something in return, or the women won't cop it. Cop it. Cop it. Cop it. Cop it. Cop it.
dick, Desmond.
What are you doing in here?
Looking for our great and glorious top dog. You seen her?
No.
Don't matter, I'll catch you later.
What do you want her for?
What's that got to do with you? Sick of being pregnant, are we? You wouldn't dare. You cross me, Flynn, and I'll see you lose it.
Come on. You'll be able to save her in hospital.